Welcome. This lesson is over percent again, ordering rational numbers more specifically. But let's look at our number routine. So we need to solve these four expressions. So you can model it. You can do it mentally. What do you want to do? All right, you know what? I'm going to model it. So I start with three negatives, and I put together or add eight negatives to this picture. Do you see any zero pairs here? No. So it's hold up. How embarrassing. It is negative 11. Next one. I start with negative 8. Can I take away 5 positives from this picture? I cannot. So I need to draw 5 zero pairs. Now can I take away 5 positives? Yes, I can. So I see negative 8, negative 5. Negative 8 plus negative 5 is negative 13. How could I do it without using a number line? Something called add opposite. So you keep the negative 8, add this. What's the opposite of 5? Negative 5. Oh, same answer as right here. Or I could use the number line. I go back negative 8, and I go back 5 more spaces to negative 13. Next one. This is multiplication. What's 5 times 4? 20. Do you see this negative here? We learned this when we learned absolute value. It means the opposite. Opposite of a negative is a positive. And then last but not least, 27 divided by 3 is 9. Is this positive or negative? If you have 27 negatives and you're dividing them into 3 groups, let me draw 27 negatives, and you divide them into 3 groups, there are 9 negatives in each group. Or 27 divided by 3 is 9, opposite is negative. So hopefully this is coming back to you slowly. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to draw a number line. You are going to try to figure out where do these rational numbers go on this number line. So our first one is negative 20%. Well, I know negatives will go left of 0, so I'll put it right here for now. 1/4. It's positive. How do you build this to a percent? Well, to build it to percent, times 25 times 25, that's 25%. So it goes right there. Negative 21. What percent would that be? Negative 21%. That is farther from 0 than negative 20%. 120%. That is over 100%. So it's right there to the right of 0, right of 1. Negative 6/10. What's 6 groups of 10s? 60. So it goes right here. Negative 56%. That would go right here. So our negatives are to the left of 0, and negative 56% is the farthest away from 0. Next one. Absolute value of negative 55. Absolute value means how far is it? So it's positive, so it goes right here. And our last one is 2/5. How do you write 2/5 as a percent? Times 20. Again, percent means out of 100 times 20. 40 or 40%. So 40, so this is 60. I don't know why these are not new. 60, this is 55%, and this is 1/4, 25%, so 40%. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, it goes right there. So what we are going to be learning today is how to put rational numbers, fractions, decimal percents, onto a number line and order them. So, for example, so right now, each one of you have been given 5 rational numbers. You will decide which one matches the position on this number line. So let's see, 5/10. What's 5/10? That is 5 groups of 10 is 50 hundredths, or 50%. Which one is in the middle of 0 and 100%? I believe it's this one. 9/10. 90, 90%. I believe this one is 90. It's closer to 100%. All right, and so these one, I'm going to take out my pen now. It's time to find a percent for each one of these. Let's start with purple. So let's start with 1/5. 1/5, how do you build this to 100%? Times 20, times 20, 20%. 3/4, how do you build this to a percent? Times 25, times 25, 75%. And last but not least, about how many threes go into 100? About. It goes in about 33 times. If you would like to be a little more exact, it's actually 33.3 repeating bar. So that's two groups of 33.3 is 66.6. If you say 66%, I'm okay with that because we are estimating that, therefore. So which one shows 75%? I believe it's this one because if this is the halfway point, this seems like this is in the middle of 50% and 100%. So 3/4 goes here. 1/5 is 20%. That's closer to 0, and this must be 2/3. Now, I would like you to put these. Now you're going to cut them out, and you're going to put these in order from least to greatest. So this is 20%. 9/10 is 90%. About 66%. 50%. 75%. So the least is 20%. Then 50%. And 66%, 75%, and then the greatest is 90%. So the last thing is you are going to be given now 12 numbers. You will be working with a partner, and you're going to place it on the number line. So we're doing a lot of ordering today. Do you like working with fractions, decimals, or percent? We tried to make them all the same type of number, so it's easier to compare these numbers. I like working with percent. So 9,900 is like 99%. So that would be closer to right here. 0 is right here. Negative 43%. Negative half is negative 50%. So it's negative 50% is farther away from 0 than negative 43%. Negative 66% is past negative 50%. 12% is right here. 120% is past here. 60% is past half, which is 50%. And now we're left with fractions. Oh, I did this on purpose. Oh, wait, we just did 2/3, I believe. That was from our last screen right here. 2/3, you times it by 33, so it's 66%. So 2/3 would go right here. A little past is past 60%. 2/5. How do you build a fifth to 100%? Times 20. That's 40%. That goes right here. And then 9/18. How would you turn this to a percent? Could you do a side-to-side relationship? You could. You could simplify 9/18. But I'm going to do an up and down relationship here. How do you turn an 18 to a 9? Divide by 2. So it's 50%. Oh, it's right here. Now 21/14. Can I simplify this? Divide by 7. Divide by 7 is 3/2. And how many groups of 2's go in 100? Times 50 times 50, that's 150%. So that goes past 120%. And last but not least, 7, 7. That's 1 whole, and that goes right here, or 100%. And that is how you put numbers from least to greatest. The numbers to the left are negative, and then negative 66% is the farthest from 0. That's why it's on the very far left. And while 21/14 is 150%, it's the farthest, it's the greatest, largest positive numbers.